Hey Ignition Youth, my name's Jared. I'm a youth pastor here in Rangiora in North Canterbury, and I've been asked to put a video together for you guys of just something that's been on my heart. And so it's something I want to share with you that's been really important in my life. And that's on how to grow closer in your relationship with God. Because our relationship with God we have, whether you don't know Him yet or whether you've been, a Christian for years, getting to know God is a continual journey. And for those of you who don't know Him, one of the best things that you can do is just begin to talk to Him. You go, God, if you're real, would you just start to show me? Just start to show me that you are real and that you love me. But for those of you who do know Him, how to take your relationship with God to a deeper level, like how to make it more real, how to take it so that it becomes something that is almost like you can sense it, it's tangible, it begins to become not just something that you do, but it begins to become part of who you are. How to take your relationship with God and to make it real. And so one of the ways that you can do this, there's so many awesome ways, but one of the ways you can do it is by catching the heart of your leader, like catching the heart of your youth pastor and getting from them an aspect that God's already given them. And so this happens in a really cool way by serving your leader. So what I want to talk to you about real quickly is how to catch the heart of your leader, how to serve your leader, and how to become almost like a son or a daughter to what God is wanting to release to them. So you know how you got like a mum or a dad, and then one day when they get really old and then they die, they leave like their money and their house and stuff like that to their kids as an inheritance. Well, when you've got a youth pastor or a leader or somebody like that, and you begin to serve them, and you begin to love them, begin to pray for them, your heart begins to become like a son or a daughter's heart towards them. And the stuff that God has for them, you can have an inheritance of that as well, but you don't have to wait for them to die. So, if you've got a leader who's just really close to God, I want to encourage you, start to become close to your leader and start serving your leader well and learning from their life. So when they ask you to do something, or they bring instruction to your life, or they bring guidance, you begin to respond to them as you would to a mum or a dad who really loves you, because you know they've got the best for you. So here's a few things that I've done in life to grow close to my leader so that the things that God has on their life, I can have as well. So for my leaders, some of the things that I've done is I've actually gone to God and I've prayed, going, God, give me a heart for my leader. Give me a heart that'll serve my leader. I want to be somebody that makes my leader's life easier. So God, show me how to love my leader. Show me how to serve my leader, and begin to grow a heart in me so that it becomes a natural response. And I've done this quite a bit over the years. And now when I talk with my leaders, there's a natural excitement that comes up in me that I want to see them succeed. Because every time my leader succeeds, I know that creates success around my own life. And so I want to encourage you, look to the leaders that are in your life, and you don't have to look too far. Look to your senior pastor or your youth pastor and go, you know what, I want to follow this person, and then begin to pray for them. Pray for their day, pray for their families, pray for their work, pray for their marriage. Ask God to give you a heart for them, and really begin to pursue your leaders best and serve them with everything you've got. So when they ask you to do something, make sure you do it well, as if you were doing it for God. Turn up early to meetings or to youth, be one of the last ones to leave because you're busy serving, and just serve your leader with everything that you've got, and continue to pray for them and continue to ask God to give you a heart for them. And you'll begin to find that the blessing that's on their life and the goodness of God and the freedom that they have, you begin to share in that stuff. And every time that they succeed in life, you begin to get some success in your own. There are these people in the Bible, and they needed a miracle. And they were really sick, and so they lay down on the street waiting for Peter's shadow to pass over them. Peter had been one of Jesus' disciples, and so Peter's shadow passed over them, and when the shadow touched them, the glory of God went through Peter and healed them of their sickness. So often in life, we don't want to be in anybody else's shadow. We just want to be our own person and do our own thing. We want to be famous and important in our own right. We don't want to be in somebody else's shadow. But when you're in somebody else's shadow, when you place yourself under the shadow of a leader and you serve them, the glory and the miracles of God on their life also pass on to you. And so I really want to encourage you guys, like, it is awesome to be important, but our importance isn't placed in who we are and what we do, but it's in our relationship with God. It's in what He did for us. So one of the best ways you can grow close to God is actually by serving someone that God's put around your life with everything that you've got. And you'll begin to see that more of God opens up to you as you just honor the people of God around your life. So that's from me. That's my thought on how to serve a leader in order to grow closer to God. Awesome. I'm Jared, and it's been really cool chatting with you guys today.